Welcome to Lockport Express Hockey, broadcast live on East Niagara Post.
Hello, Coach. Thanks for joining us.
Sure, thank you.
You had a split series this past weekend with the New York Aviators. Saturday's game didn't look so good for you guys.
Not at all. We were flat. I don't know if we had bus legs or what the deal was, but we did not play well, and they did. So, made it look even worse. So,
Their goaltender, Mundinger, that kid, he's tall. He's a pretty good goaltender. When we were playing here, I noticed that maybe he's fixed it. His lateral move wasn't as quick as it should be, and
right.
You kind of took advantage of that here in Lockport. Did you have that chance this weekend?
We did. Sunday we did. Not Saturday. We didn't play well enough Saturday to make him work too much at all. But he's a big kid. I mean, he's 6'7", so, I think, he'd probably like to be a little quicker side to side, and Sunday we were able to take advantage of that when halfway through the game when we decided we were going to play hockey. We looked pretty good for half a game.
Sunday's game started out not so good for you guys. You had a 4-0 deficit you had to overcome, and then took it to overtime, through the overtime to a shootout. And what can you tell us about the second half of that game?
Well, we were down 4-0. Looked like we were skating in mud, weren't running any of our sets that we practice. And frankly, I'd had about enough, so I called a timeout and asked them if they wanted to be part of the team, and if they don't, they can pack up their gear and go home when we get back to Buffalo. And whoever wants to skate will play, and the other guys will not. Who knows whether or not that helped, but they actually started to play some hockey after that. And we actually looked pretty good when we decided to skate, but we're not going to have one of those speeches every game. We'll move some guys out of here if we need to create a different atmosphere. So,
Wilcox and Logar late in the third answered for you.
Yep.
Logar tying the game up. You said before that he's been playing with a lot of heart. He's still maintaining that pace?
Yes. Him and I had a little conversation in the third, though. For a veteran guy that knows what we do, what sets we run, he was not running any of them. Too much individual play. He's one of the guys we had a conversation with and said, listen, you're one of the guys we rely on, and the way you're playing is not acceptable. So, to his credit, he answered with the tying goal. So.
And following the box score, there were a couple of instigator penalties. What was happening during that period when that was going on?
Well, kind of the same thing here. New York's pretty chippy. A lot of stuff after the play, a lot of hits to the head. And so, kind of like we've always said, we're not birthday party pinatas. So we had to send a message, and Pocabella sent a pretty strong message in his fight. So.
And lastly, Tim Sheese in the game, during the shootout, shut down two of the highest scorers in the league.
Yes, both of them. Backstrom, I think, from what I've seen in the league, I think he's the strongest player in the league. Super strong on the puck, really good player. He's got good skills, good vision. So he stopped him in the shootout. And, number 14, I forget his last name, he's a very good player. Does a little too much chirping for my liking, but he's a very good player. And
Warwick, I think.
Warwick, yeah. He's a very good player. So he stopped both of them. So, Tim bounced back. He gave up the first goal, misplayed the puck, should have just left it for our D, and basically gave them a tap-in goal when we were on the power play. But he kept his focus, and he hung in there. He battled. So.
This upcoming weekend, you have the Fall Showcase. You have 2 games. Who are you playing?
Saturday afternoon we play Maine Wild, and then on Sunday morning we play Northeast Generals.
And how do those games look for you guys?
Right now we're about as inconsistent as it gets, so we need to find some consistency in our game. If we come out and play the way we did the second half Sunday, I think we'll be fine. If we don't, then we're going to be in trouble.
All right, well, good luck and thanks.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome back, Lyle.
Hello.
So you had a tournament a couple weeks ago in Minnesota.
Yep.
And didn't turn out exactly the way you wanted, but what did you think you learned about your team?
We went, to Minnesota. It's a very competitive tournament. Our guys worked hard every single game. They didn't quit. And I think everybody came out of there learning what they need to do when we go back next week.
And you had a game last Wednesday?
We did not. We moved our games, so we're making them up tonight and Thursday.
And who are you playing tonight?
Clarence.
And then Thursday will be Bud Bakewell's?
The Regals, actually.
The Regals?
Yep.
All right. Was there anybody on your team that really stood out as being one of the better players through the tough times of some of those losses?
We had a couple guys that stood out. Mitch Thornton, we moved up to forward. He was normally playing defense and had an amazing 5 games. He worked hard every single game, and he was definitely one of the bright spots while we were down there.
And you're going back again later this month?
Next Friday, actually, we're going back, and we're going to get right back into it.
Another 5 games over the weekend?
5 games, yep.
Any idea who you'll draw?
It's up online. I'm not really sure. I kind of find out before we get to the game, and I don't like to know too much sooner than that.
Well, good luck, and good luck tonight, too.
Thank you.
All right, we're here with the Kasperek brothers, Austin and Devin. Austin's second season, Devin's first season. The second brother duo that we have on the Express this year. Austin, good to have you back.
Thank you.
Good to
Glad
see
to
you
be back.
What's it like to be playing with your little brother on the Express this year?
Oh, I like it. We have good chemistry. I mean, we live in the same house, so we kind of know how each other act, and we just kind of feed off of it.
Now, I asked the Logar brothers the same question. Is this the first time you guys have played together on a team? I assume it's not,
Yes.
but it is?
Yep.
Okay. How weird is it being on a team with your brother being coached by your father?
Oh, it's pretty weird because I don't know. It's like the whole family's just getting together. It's weird.
Does it seem odd for your father to be yelling at you from the bench when things are going on during the game, or is that just something you guys are used
No,
to?
we got used to that now.
Yeah.
What did you tell him when you found out that he was going to be on? He made the team, he was going to be on the team. Did you give him any advice before they came into the season, or is it just you guys just went in and said just go for it?
Kind of just went for it. I mean, he's not the biggest, but he definitely has grown. So I mean, it helps out. I mean, there are bigger people in this league that he has to be careful for. I mean, kids are looking to take each other's heads off, but other than that, it's pretty solid. He's good.
So you got a little bit of the Lockport Express experience. I mean, it's going to get, and Austin will tell you, it's going to get more intense as the season goes on with the crowds and the people in the audience. But what did you think the weekends that you played and the audience that was there, the people that were there and they were yelling and screaming and at the referees and at you guys and at the opposing players? Is that an atmosphere you're used to, or is that something new to you?
It's a little new, but like last year we just had a lot of scouts, so there wasn't a whole lot of talking. But this year it's definitely a lot louder. It's cooler to play in front of.
All right. Now, are you both defensemen?
Yes.
Okay. I noticed that you guys haven't played very much as a duo on the ice. Is there a reason for that, or just the way it worked out?
Probably just kind of the way it worked out. I mean, our dad tries to set us up together. I mean, it depends, like if we're up on a power play or penalty kill. It all depends on what the game situation is.
How do you prefer to play the game? As far as do you prefer a Brumlin shot from the point, or are you a kind of plow your way through kind of guy, or are you a?
I would say I'm more of like a finesse guy. Like I look for the pretty pass a little too much sometimes.
Yeah. Out of the zone or in the offensive zone, or both?
both.
Yeah. All right, so second season. Everybody remembers what happened last year. What are your expectations for the team this year, Austin?
We just gotta keep on working. Recently we're looking a little slow, so we gotta just really start picking it up. But just got back from New York City, went 1-1. First game wasn't that good, but we played hard. The second game brought to a shootout and took the victory. So for the long ride home, that was a happy ride. No bus breakdown too, so that was even better.
You had the bus. Oh, the famous Lockport Express.
You guys got a new bus, right?
Not yet.
Not yet?
Same old arc.
Still got the Bluebird.
Still got the Bluebird. All right, boys, this is your chance. Austin, you did it last year. You can do it again this year. Devin, this is your first chance. Tell the city of Lockport what you think. Tell the city of Lockport what it's like to play here and what they can expect from you guys this season. Go ahead, Devin. You start.
It's great to play in front of you guys. You know, I hope you guys keep coming out. Thank you.
Austin?
Pretty much said it all, Fans, they like it, so it makes us happy too, playing for people that actually like it. Especially
Right.
Bacon, there you go.
Bacon's got a question.
I do have a question. Now, the other game, you were scratched and Austin was playing. He got hit in the mouth with a puck, and you screamed on the ice, "Eat that biscuit, brother." Did he give you any trouble for that later?
No. Yeah, I don't think you heard it.
Not until now.
I wish you heard it.
I didn't hear it from that.
Good job, Greg.
All right, thanks, guys.
Thanks.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Weren't the best tournament for you, but did you learn anything from about your team?
I think everybody learned a little something. It was pretty competitive, but we worked really hard. And
Cut!
but